Hello everyone and welcome back to the Crafty Club. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute little cow. And yeah, let's just get right into the tutorial. So the materials you will be needing for this project are, of course, yarn. And I'm going to be using some like plush chenille yarn just like this. This is the Sweet Snuggles Loops and Threads. And I'm going to be using this in the colors white, black, and you will also be needing a little bit of paint. Next up, you're gonna need some stuffing. Then you will be needing a crochet hook. I am using this 5.5 millimeter hook. I believe that my yarn recommended I use an 8 millimeter, so I did go down quite a few sizes just so that my stitches are a little tighter. And this, whatever size crochet hook you use can depend on what kind of yarn you're using and or how big or small you want to make it. So depending on what you're using, you might have a different size hook. Next, you will be needing some buttons or safety eyes. So if you have safety eyes, then that's great, but I'm going to be using these buttons. This is what I usually use, and I use speed sew to glue on the eyes onto the plushie. Next, you will be needing a tapestry needle. This is the one I have. I think I just got it at Walmart. But yeah, any tapestry needle you have will work that can fit whatever type of yarn you're using. Next, you will of course be needing some scissors to cut your yarn. And then some stitch markers. You'll only need one, but I just have a whole bunch here because I lose them so easily. Okay, so to start out the legs, you're going to need to make a magic ring. So we're gonna go like this, make our magic ring as per usual. And so you're going to place 6 single crochet into this magic ring. I can tighten it all the way up and begin my second row. So in that first stitch, we can place a normal single crochet, put the stitch marker in there. Then we can place an increase in each of the stitches. And so that will make us end up with 12 stitches total. Okay, I finished that round, and now in this next round, we're going to single crochet all the way around. But we will be changing colors at the very end of this round, so just keep that in mind because we will not be finishing up that last single crochet and changing to our white. Okay, I'm on my last stitch here, and I'm going to make my single crochet as normal, and then I'm going to grab my yarn and I'm going to finish up the stitch by just putting that yarn on the end of the hook and pulling through. And so now we can trim this end of the yarn because we won't be needing it until a little bit later. So now we can take out the stitch marker, and once again I'm going to kind of crochet in these ends just so that I know that the color change is secure and that won't fall apart at all. And so I'm just going to place a normal single crochet for that first stitch. Place my stitch marker. And now for the next 3 rounds, so for rounds 4, 5, and 6, you're going just to be placing normal single crochets all the way around. And then we can fasten off by chaining one and trimming, and you do not need to have a long tail for sewing, just have a normal amount of a tail. So we're just going to crochet 3 rounds of single crochet. Okay, so I'm on my 3rd row of single crochet here, and now I can just fasten off, and I'm going to leave a tail just about this big, does not need to be very long, and I can fasten off there. and we can take the stitch marker off of here. And now we are going to do the exact same thing, except we aren't going to fasten off. Make sure you don't fasten off, but repeat the same pattern by making a magic ring of 6, doing increases all around, a row of black single crochet, and then 3 rows of white single crochet, and come back with another leg, but do not fasten off. Okay, so I've returned and I've finished my other leg. It is the exact same as this other one, except I haven't fastened off yet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 2. And I can take out my stitch marker now, because I'm now going to be joining the 2 legs by a single crochet into any of the stitches here. And I'm just going to make 1 single crochet, and then I can put my stitch marker because this will now be the start of the row. And so the pattern for this row is going to be 12 single crochet around this leg, 2 single crochet in the chain, 12 single crochet around this leg, and 2 single crochet in the chain. So I've made 1 here, so I need to make 11 more single crochets all the way around until I reach the chain on the other side. And so I'm just going to go here, just continue crocheting like normal until you have reached those chains. So I've made 12 single crochet now. Now I can just crochet as I normally would into these chains and just make 2 single crochets. So I made those 2 single crochets, and now I'm going to make 12 single crochet all around this leg, just like I did on the other one. Now you can see that you've attached your 2 little legs, and it's looking pretty cute. Okay, now on this next round, you're going to single crochet normally into the first stitch. Do 13 total single crochets, so I've done 1 already, so that means I need to do 12 more. Then you're going to increase. Then you're going to do 13 more single crochet, then you're going to increase. So basically you're increasing on opposite sides of the legs here, so you'll increase right here and you'll increase on that side as well. So I finished my round where I did 13 single crochet and increase, 13 more single crochets and another increase, and now I should have a total of 30 stitches all the way around. And now we are going to be needing our black color again. Okay, for this round you're going to start off with 1 normal single crochet, and then you're not going to finish this next one because we are going to change colors. So there'll be a total of 2 white single crochets starting out here. So I'll start it and I'll yarn over and pull through, but I will not pull through those 2 stitches. And I'm going to grab my black and I'm going to pull it through. So that's perfect. And now I'm going to make 4 black single crochets, and on that 4th one, don't finish it, and you're going to change colors back to your white. And so now we are forming a little spot on the front of the cow's body. Okay, so now we can just leave that black because we will be needing it more later. And now you can just crochet for the rest of the round, which is 24 more stitches. Okay, I've reached the end of the round here, and now I can take out my stitch marker and just be ready, because this first stitch we are going to be changing colors. So do a normal half of a single crochet, and then grab your black yarn, yarn over, and pull through those 2 loops. And now you can put that stitch marker back into your first stitch. Now you can kind of tighten up the white there, and then we can place a total of 6 black single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this last one, 6, and we're not going to finish it, of course, and we can grab that white and pull through those last 2 loops. Now we can single crochet in the remainder of the stitches of the round, which is a total of 23 stitches. Okay, so I finished this round, and now I can move on to my next round. And this one, we can take out our stitch marker, do a full normal first single crochet, put that stitch marker right back in, and then do half of a normal single crochet, so we'll have 2 white ones, and then we are going to single crochet 4 black. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then half of that 4th one to change colors. Then once again, the remainder of these stitches of the round will be white. So just continue crocheting with your white yarn until you reach the end of the round. Okay, now I have this row done, and now this is going to be our last row with this black color. So we can take the stitch marker out, place a normal stitch in the first one, and then another normal stitch, and then this one will be a half one, so we'll have 3 white single crochets. You can grab your black yarn, yarn over, and pull through as usual. And this time we are only going to be doing 3 black single crochets, and then normal white for the remainder of the round. And this time you can cut your yarn, because we will not be needing that black anymore. And once again, you can kind of just crochet those ends in a bit just so that they are secure. And then I'll come back once I've finished the rest of this round. So I've come back, and now let's start up this round. So we're going to single crochet normally in the first stitch. Then we are going to place 12 more normal single crochets. And so we're kind of going to be repeating that round that we did earlier, except this time, instead of doing 13 single crochets and increase, 13 single crochets and increase, we are going to be replacing those increases with decreases. So we're going to do 13 single crochet, a decrease, 13 single crochet, and a decrease. So I've finished that round, and now you should have a total of 28 stitches all the way round. Now we are going to move on to our next round, which is super simple, just single crochet all the way around, and I'll come back once I finish that. So I'm on my last single crochet of the round here, and I've finished that round. As you can see, it's really kind of shaping up, and you can definitely tell that it is a cow body with a little spot. And so now in this row, we are going to take out that stitch marker and place a normal single crochet, put the stitch marker back in, and then we are going to single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we are going to decrease. And then you are going to continue doing that until you reach the end of the round. I've done that round now. And so by the end of that round, which is round 15, you should have 24 stitches all the way around. Now for the next two rounds, which are round 17 and 16, well 16 and 17 I guess, you are just going to do normal single crochets all the way around, and once again, I'll come back once I've finished that. Okay, welcome back. So we finished those two rounds of just normal single crochet, and once again, we should be left with 24 stitches all the way around. And this is going to be our last row. And so let's take out our stitch marker, and then I'll place a normal single crochet right there. Then we can put that stitch marker back in and place a normal single crochet in the next one. Then in this third and fourth stitch, we'll make a decrease and continue doing that all the way around. So making 1, 2 single crochets, then placing a decrease, and then continuing that until we've reached the last stitch. And once we've reached that last stitch, we can chain 1 and fasten off. And this time we do not need to make a big tail because we used a big tail on the head already, and we can just use that tail to sew together the body and the head. And so this is all you need to do for the body. So I'm on my last decrease here. Then I can chain 1, get my scissors out, and I just need to cut a tail about that big, or however big you want. And then you can take your stitch marker out, and that is the body and the head done.